I'm about to put a damn.
About to do what now?
I was about to put a hat on because my forehead is gleaming.
Your forehead.
My 6 head.
That's that New York forehead.
Feel me? What you talking about?
I, I can't talk. I was born the same way. Don't trip.
At least I could wear frontals and shit. You
Right, I
can't.
can't have mine. I just got to keep it low. You know,
Well, you can get a toupee.
I'm not getting a toupee.
They got man weaves now.
I'm not getting a toupee or
They got
man.
men frontals. Men wear frontals now.
I'm not getting. I'm not getting a frontal.
Tory Lane's got one.
Hey, I'm not Tory Lanez.
I'm just saying. I could do your frontal for you.
You saying all the wrong things. You saying all the wrong things in the wrong ways.
I could do your frontal for you. Like, I could put it on.
Nah. We good. No. Sometimes you gotta accept self for how self was born.
That's right.
You know. But so what you was trying to say before we went live?
No, and I was about to just as far as the credit.
Yeah.
Well, basically, I wanted to know, well, from what I know with owning the business, personal credit is somewhat linked to your business credit. So with me giving you just like some simple information, I'm like, well, how are you going to go about this? Because you don't have my social, you don't have that type of stuff. So how are you going to be building this credit?
Good question, right?
Mm-hmm.
So personal, business is business, and this is the perfect opportunity to prove that. So I didn't ask for it because we don't need that.
Okay.
What all information did you give me?
Just my business name and the address that it's associated with.
Business name and address. That's it. That's all. Of course, I need your name, but business name, your name, and the business address, and
Mm-hmm.
we roll from there. Now, now there's a huge misunderstanding and confusion between personal credit and business credit, personal credit and business credit building. Can you use your personal credit in conjunction with your business credit to help build business credit? Yes, you can. Do you need personal credit to build business credit? No. Do you need good personal credit to build personal business credit? Absolutely not. Can you build business credit with absolutely no personal credit at all? Yes, you can. You know. Now, does that mean completely eliminate the personal credit aspect? No. But if you really want to understand the business credit game, it's all about start building that business credit without the personal guarantee or personal anchor or personal crutch, you know, and then from there, but simultaneously sustaining a good personal credit score or credit profile, you know, so
While
in
you're
the
building it.
yeah, so now you have two different entities that you can use together. Except you can look at it as being like you can look at your business as being the vehicle, and you got two passengers. So the passenger is your business, the business, the credit of the business is like the driver of the vehicle, and then the passenger is the personal credit. Except we're gonna put this passenger in the back seat. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna use the business credit as the front, and we're gonna use the personal credit as the back to back the business credit.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do things like that, and even though we prefer to use little to no personal anything, as far as navigating in business, but in some cases, in relation to funding and stuff like that, it does have our best interest to be able to leverage a strong personal score. And when you do things in that fashion, even when you running or attaching the personal credit or using the personal credit, you're not putting a lot of weight on the personal credit. A lot of times when you're set up a certain way, uh, a lot of lenders, all they do is run the personal credit and look at the score. Like that's it. That's all. They're not looking at the type of accounts. They're not going all into detail during the underwriting process on as far as trying to figure out what's on that credit profile. Do you have certain things on that credit profile to get you approved for that line of credit or for that credit card or for that loan? Because they want to do is see a particular score, but they're gonna base things primarily off the business. So if you have a business already established that already has business credit and you have a personal score, the sky's out of limit now. You know what I'm saying? So now you got the best of both worlds.
Right. Okay. Okay. Sounds like a plan to me. Um. Hey, peace, everyone. He said something about vendor accounts. I heard about that earlier. Explain that to me.
Vendor accounts they're classified by tiers. So you got your tier one, tier two vendor accounts that you start off with. Tier one is like your Quills, your Ulines, your Grangers, and stuff like that. These are your vendors that offer in-house lines of credit. So just like we do at Trade Capital, we offer in-house lines of credit. So you contact Quills, you fill out a credit request application, and they give you uh, you know a couple $100, $1,000 here or $2,000 of in-store line of credit for your business that you can use to purchase products offered by that company. And or they have the option they call it invoice me or just pay later or whatever. And that's the same thing as saying like, hey, I want to utilize or I want to build my credit with you guys. So those that's classified as normally as net 30 accounts, because that's normally the standard time that you get to pay for a product or pay on an account. So if it's a net 30, that means you got 30 days to pay it. If it's a net 60, that means you got 60 days to pay it. If it's a net 90, you got 90 days to pay it, and so on and so forth. So you pay it within that duration, then what we do is we go back, or they go back, and they report that back to whatever business credit bureau that they report to. A lot of the standard tier one companies, they report to Duns and Brad, which is only one of the business credit bureaus, but that's the one that most people are aware of.
Okay. All right. So
Tier two,
this is, huh?
tier two is when you're getting more towards your actual hard credit in-store credit card. So you might get like your Menards card or a Shell's gas card, and then they have the fleet cards that you can put security deposits down on, or they have like, or your Sam's Club business card, which are amazing and great. I love my Sam's Club card because um, you could buy a lot of shit from Sam's and Walmart, and you can use it at both stores. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you could buy a lot of shit from Sam's Club and Walmart. So that means that I'm getting credit for the groceries I buy, for the TVs I buy, or for the 6 pack of beers. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I'm getting credit for it.
You,
So
you don't need no beer.
what's better than that?
Yeah.
So what's better than that? So So from there, once all these guys start reporting, now we're really positioning the business to be able to access funds from actual financial institutions or third party lenders or whatever, as far as for cash value that we can use anywhere, or to get those business Mastercard credit cards and visas and stuff like that. But the secret of all credit, no matter on the personal or business side, is time. The time is the equity. So the more you hold and you leverage the time to create more credits, the more credit worthy you will be, and the more access to additional credits you'll receive.
Okay. Chime is now starting their own credit building service as well.
Yes,
I heard
absolutely.
PayPal had a credit service as well because they
Uh,
charge um, per every time that you use your credit card or a business uses a credit card, they charge based off of that. So they use that money and turn it around into like a lending service for businesses. Is that true?
PayPal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, PayPal is definitely building themselves up to be respected in the finance world, as far as considered a reputable financial institution and stuff like that. I used to love PayPal until they, stabbed me in the back. But uh, in general, PayPal is good, especially depending on what service you get. You got to be very careful with PayPal. The reason why is that you don't sometimes when everything is going good, you gotta learn the hard way before you know the difference between like why other types of business people, like once they get into a certain category of business or receivables, they don't deal with PayPal. They have this is why we go the distance as far as obtaining or establishing merchant accounts. You know what I'm saying? So we take these things can take several weeks. You know what I'm saying? To go through the underwriting process to get approved for your own merchant account, and all that is pretty much you're like your own PayPal. Is you have your own private agency that you could transact funds. You could take payments over the phone. You could send invoice. You could do subscription. You could do whatever. You control the board inside out. You know, and that's usually tied to another third party bank that holds the funds. It's just a lot of things that entail. But the pro and con of that is that takes longer to establish. You need to be the business has to be more established. They have to come out to your office. They have to evaluate the office, to make sure everything's legit, 100 grand. You know what I'm saying? They even had to take a photo of me at the office, to make sure I was, this is my office and stuff. And but once all that's done, now the doors of the church is open. So that means that once you start transacting, you're not gonna have any problems once you start receiving money. The problem with PayPal is they're not gonna do the underwriting process. They're more concerned about getting people signed up first and allowing you to easily start transacting. But once you start transacting, you go from $0 a month or maybe a couple $100 to now you bringing in 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, $10,000. Then like, oh, you're gonna wake up one day, you don't have access to your account, and they're gonna be like, well, we need some more information from you, and blah 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 blah. And depending on the type of business that you have, some of us have high risk businesses like credit repair, um, and mostly things of that nature. A lot of the digital services.
High risk
Uh,
to who? The
hmm,
consumer or the servicer?
the servicer. So the consumer is going to pay you, but you got the actual producer might have an issue down the line due to the backwards underwriting process, because you can have a service that you already rendered and got paid for, but PayPal has a lock on your account. And even though you produce all the proper documentation to prove the validity of the business, they might not, their service agreement or your service might go against their service agreement, but you didn't know that, and they didn't tell. Well, they told you by way when you first, that long ass shit that we agreed
Kind
to without
of
reading it in the
that we never
beginning.
look at. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what happens. And since PayPal is a private organization, it's very hard to sue them or to have any type of legal defense against that. And what they do is they'll hold the money. They can hold your money up to 6 months, no questions asked. And so that can be detrimental to a person that, if say let's say if I had, like, they tried to hold funds for me for 6 months. Uh, can you imagine if you had a product and you haven't shipped the product yet, but they paid for it, they're holding the money, and but you can't purchase the product because they're holding the money that the people paid for the product that you was going to use to buy the product.
Mhm.
So that is very bad. So luckily in my situation, I didn't have a physical product per se, or what I'm saying, and all of my I had a loyalty and trust value with my clients. So that means that each client that paid within that period, they agreed to. I refunded them back to. That's the only way I can get the money out the account. I refunded them the money back, and they send me money orders, certified mail straight to my company, and I got all the money back, no problem. And I said fuck PayPal ever since. But before that, I loved them because shit. What despite my personal credit, if anything, they went off. They have a program where they go off your receivables. So they had, I have had a certain amount of money going through the PayPal, and I just requested a line of credit. They gave it to me, and then as you pay that back, they give you more. They give you more. So that was like great.
Okay. So it's definitely pros and cons.
Understand the pros and cons because it can hurt.
Mm-hmm. Master Tube says, does trade capital help with personal credit and business credit, or just business?
Right now, our focus is business credit, but we do offer. Me personally, I do offer um, credit repair, do-it-yourself credit repair kits. Some people that's already aware. That provides all the information, all the dispute letters, all the, just all the resources in general that you need to understand your business credit and to start, fighting to rebuild that business credit. And then of course your trade line vendors and stuff like that.
All right, well, get me right then, because I'm trying to get my business off the ground.
Oh yeah, it's all about starting from the bottom, then we here.
Yeah, but we in the dirt right now.
We're in the dirt. So I got the shovel. Let's go.
All right, dig me out.
Let's go. Let's
Pause.
go. Pause. Pause.
I'm not about to start this today.
Pause. Pause.
Last people that came on this show know I'm a whole clown. I'm not doing this today.
So what's your first initial business goals?
Initial business goal right now is to gain a decent, and not decent in the sense of amount, but as far as quality, with my inventory, which that actually helps because now we're talking about business credit, and I won't have to be on like a specific budget because I don't have to be on a specific budget because if I have business credit, then I can utilize that for my inventory and not necessarily come out of pocket right away. Then I'll end up having more profit than I would have losses initially. But I still have to wait for that because that's a process. What's my business? I trade with Forex. I'm an independent trader now. I was trading with IML Academy for the sake of the residual income side, but I'm not doing that anymore. But that's kind of a side thing right now. My main focus is my hair company. I own a beauty retail company, and I make wigs. So with that, I'm not sure if you know, but yeah, you need inventory, you need hair. It depends on the type of aspect you're trying to go for. So with me, I'm doing both service and sale.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to do both aspects. I have to make sure that my inventory is right. I have to make sure that I have enough resources for my clientele. Even though I'm not necessarily doing hair per se, it takes a lot of investment to do this business right. So that's why I'm essentially coming to Trade Capital to, get everything right with my credit, my business credit, and everything else, to just get it together, because I don't like doing things mediocre at all. I'm not about to just create a Wix page and make a little bootleg website. I'm not about to do all of that. Like, I want to literally get everything aligned so when I hit the ground, I'm hitting it running.
Absolutely. Yep. All or nothing. First perception is everything.
Absolutely. What
No.
differentiates my wigs from other wigs? Um, in business, I mean, honestly, you see it in this world. There's a million and one hair vendors. There's a million and one wig makers. We all essentially do the same thing. What makes us different is the approach. What makes us different is the marketing. What makes us different is what we provide along with the wig. You can get a wig from anywhere. You can get hair from anywhere. Any vendor, any distributor. But at the end of the day, it's about quality. It's about your audience, of course, and what you provide to that audience. So for me personally, I'm lazy. I do hair. I just did my hair yesterday. Like I do my hair every week, every 2 weeks because I get bored quickly. But my problem is, even though I'm passionate about doing hair, I'm lazy. So when it comes down to these wigs, I want to slap it on and go. I want to be the baddest, you know what I'm saying, when I go out. But when I get back home, I want to snatch it off and go to bed. I want to look like Celie going to bed, and I'm fine with that. I don't care because I'm comfortable. So I know with me, amongst a lot of women, they want the same thing. They want the same quality. They want to have good quality hair, good quality products, something that'll last them for 1 to 2 years, something that will hold up its end of the bargain. So if I'm charging you $300 for a wig, oh, best believe that wig is going to hold you, because it's a lot of people in this industry that's charging $600, $700 for bootleg hair, and it's not even of quality. I did the research. I've done, you know, the looking into the grades of hair, how long they last, if it's fake or not, if the lace is properly aligned, if the cuticles are aligned, are they single donor cut, all of these things to make sure that the quality is up to the standards that I'm setting. So that's really what differentiates me from a lot of people. I'm not going to be the best in the world. I don't know if I am. I doubt it, because it's a lot of people doing it, but it's a lot of bread on the shelf with different brands. You want to pick which one you want, whichever one tastes better to you. So that's how that goes.
Now, would it be great if if you could find a vendor that offers an in-house line of credit specifically for those products?
Yeah, listen, the vendor that I'm talking to right now, amazing, but I don't think she does that just yet. But if she does, that'll be amazing. I know there's a couple of them that do that. I actually ran into a few, but I wasn't established then, and I don't remember their names now.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that would be amazing if they did that. I'd be set. I'd be hitting the ground running right now.
Yeah, you never know. But you probably got to look more on the bigger, on a larger, scale as far as distribution, or vendor. You
Mm-hmm.
know, look at some of the international companies.
Oh yeah, they're definitely international, and I'm not dealing with third party vendors. So I'm actually dealing with manufacturers directly. So
Okay.
that way, if in the event that one of my clients wants something extremely custom, but I just don't have the time for it, my manufacturer can make that. A certain units, and by units I mean wigs. There's certain units that aren't on the market as accessible as they should be. So, for instance, if you wanted a wig that's braided like this, you have to search for that. They're not out in the open like that. You know what I'm saying? You would have to either ask a stylist or a hair company owner to make it for you custom, or you would have to pretty much search or word of mouth to find something that's fitting to your liking. So with me constantly doing different styles and constantly being bored and exploring different things, my main focus with having a manufacturer is to make my vision come to life. So whatever I can't do, if I don't have time, I'll just have them do it, send it right over. Send it directly to you. It's manufactured properly, it's efficient, it's everything that you need. It's everything that I would want in a company. I do things from a consumer standpoint. So I'm not going to sell no bullshit for a high ass price and then be
Mm-hmm.
out here looking like Wanda, like I got you right. No, I'm not doing
Mm-hmm.
that.
Absolutely.
Not
Mm,
doing that. So yeah, hope
uh,
that answered your question.
indeed. So how long do you think that it is going to take you to start establishing business credit?
I'm gonna let you answer that because I'm not sure. From what I've heard, is takes a couple of months, 3 to 6 months if you're lucky, without personal credit involved. If you do it right,
You say so what? So you say without personal credit?
yeah.
Okay.
Am I right?
Standard, yeah. Typically, yeah. I mean, the standard is as far as even accessing higher lines of credit to be able to access higher lines of credit or credit opportunities. The standard is actually 2 years in business, 2 years tax returns, um, and things of that nature. But you should be expecting um, results with business credit next month,
You lying?
in the next couple weeks.
What? Stop playing,
Yeah.
bro. You
Hmm.
serious? Wow.
Yeah, that's start to finish. That means because your business we didn't even start, we didn't even create your business yet. So from the creation of the business into having business credit with no social security numbers, no nothing. Yeah, you're looking about 2-3 weeks strong.
I'm gonna be rich, y'all.
It could be 7 days. Who knows?
Oh, you good like that?
We're the best.
All right, heard you. Wait, hold on, cause you the best, but I'm not. Cause my battery about to die. I'm about to switch. Answer the call on the other line.
Oh boy. Yo, yo, yo. Hey, you see AW
All right, all right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you. What question is that they just asked?
Not sure.
Hold on. Since it's a shortage in job employment, what advice do you have for people that have about 200 or below? Should we go and try to get started with building business credit and bust a move? Uh, well, as long as that $200 is not your last $200. Yeah, I mean, I would invest. Now, could you start with as little as $200? Yeah, technically, we have programs that start at at $250 on the international credit building side. Um, we have opportunities for everybody. We have opportunities to start building for very little money. Our process takes very little time. It's really, the ball is in the people's court. This is the people's court. The ball is in the people's court. You can move as fast or as slow as you need. The prices are very economical. We work with everybody, but yeah, this is a long term self investment into yourself, into your business. We do have to understand the power and the value in time still, because time is time, and patience through time, and to continue building through that time is very important. A lot of people stop. They'll start something, but they'll stop. You have to make this you have to make this a part of your monthly to do list, like your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Once you convert credit building into a lifestyle, you ain't have to worry about none of that. None of that. It is gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Just do it and forget about it.
You ain't have to call me out like that.
What you talking about? I ain't
People
talking
that start something and stop. You ain't have to
Uh,
call me out like that.
you talking about oh yeah, oh yes. My PSA to everybody. Reason why y'all ain't seen the Beauty and the
Don't do it.
Brains
Don't do
episode
it.
is because Miss Fab over there punked
Don't
out
do
for the
it.
past month and a half
You a lie.
because she want to ride around and get it. You know,
Well,
she was doing big and better things. She ain't had time for us. You know, so it was her fault. It wasn't my fault. I was ready. I,
no, he was sleeping
I
and
was.
doing extracurricular activities that we not gonna talk about. Since you
Hey,
want to put me on the spot.
I was at church. I don't know what you talking about.
Church is closed.
I was at church.
Hmm.
Peace to the God family. To the God family. That's it. That's all. So just so y'all know, if y'all don't if y'all don't see this particular episode or this webisode consecutively on a weekly basis, it's her fault, not mine.
You could blame me if you want to, but I'm taking screenshots of everything.
That's how you do it.
Yup, I'm taking screenshots, and if I hit you, and matter of fact, since we on the subject, because I
Uh-oh.
had to call him, since you want to put me on the spot, he set the time, which is why we're starting so late. He set the time,
Hey,
and
it's still
I
it
called
ain't late
him.
over here. It ain't late over here. You
It's
said
later than we were supposed to start. Don't you start with me.
the sun's still shining on my side. The sun's
Okay.
still shining on my side.
Well, lucky you.
you
Lucky you. It is
need to get
late.
you need to get on the right side of the fence.
Don't nobody want to be over there.
Because over there that ain't normal. Say normal. Say normal for the record. That ain't normal.
Wow.
That ain't normal.
I say normal regularly. Stop it. You're coming from my so-called accent that I don't have.
That ain't
Whatever, dude.
normal. That ain't normal. Peace of
Mm-hmm.
God. Peace of the gods. Do, do y'all? So any of y'all got any questions for me or Miss Fab? Make them good too.
1,500.
Good time, well.
It's 1,500 for a LLC package because I never paid that much.
Well, you don't know what it comes with. First of all, so let me break that down for you. But,
All right now.
but do you got business credit though? Huh?
Me or
Huh?
them?
Yeah, yeah,
Who you
yeah.
talking to?
Talking to you.
No, not yet. In a week I will, supposedly.
Okay. So let's see what package he talking about here. Let me see if I can share that screen. Even though that's the listed price, he was gonna get a discount from that too. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen real quick.
Yeah, that must be loaded. Like
Okay, let me share my
packed with
screen.
everything we need at that point. Because I just have a
All
simple sole proprietorship, so
right, y'all
his
see my
probably is
screen?
packed.
Y'all see this screen here? All right, so he's saying fit. So he must be talking about business package too. Can y'all see the screen? You see the screen? So business package number 2 is called the business jumpstart package. So this comes with a foreign EIN number, which is the EIN number that's not linked to your social. That's for
Okay.
starters, right?
All right.
All right. So see if you can get one of those from Legal Zoom. That's what everybody be trying to run to. Go
I
to
didn't
Legal
go
Zoom.
there, ghetto.
Go to act. Go see if they're gonna. You know what I'm saying? So that's for starters. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the LLC formation, which includes your state filing fee. Right?
Okay.
So it comes with an optional DBA add-on. You do got to pay extra for that. It comes with a free business logo, your business web domain, business number assistance, business address assistance, private custom business email, your business startup website, free webmail, free animated logo, free business card designs, 100 free standard business cards, free notary service, free 411 business listing, free business credit vendor list, A business credit manual, which is a free ebook, free
Well,
business
damn.
coaching, Duns and Brad registration. Uh, we give you the walkthrough, free custom professional voicemail, and also free Google listings and map site citation. So yeah, that's
Yep,
what you pay for that.
I'd pay for that. That's a lot.
those
I
are the
literally would. You basically doing all the work for me at that point.
those are all the essential pieces that you're gonna end up needing eventually. That most people get from multiple places and end up spending more.
Yep, exactly.
I used to do websites back in the day, and it got to the point where I wouldn't do a website that was less than $500. So that was the low end. So my range was like 500 to $1,000. That was my starting price. On the giveaway side, it was $250, $300, 350. So website alone, logo, $100 easy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like logo animations. We doing the whole now. Your business cards. We get that's your. So once you get done with that service package, you're going straight into business credit now. You got all the essentials, and we know you got everything you need because we did it.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
perfect.
so so that's when you pay to play. You know what I'm saying? When you getting when you we actually you may it may appear to be you putting up more money up front, but you're getting more of what you need on the
Oh yeah,
back.
definitely. Because essentially, you'll spend 1,000 to 1,500 on a website alone, depending on who you're messing with. So the fact that you even have like all of that stuff in one package for 1,500, that's actually very affordable.
Mm-hmm.
So that's perfect. LegalZoom is trash. I went on there and looked at what they were offering. Just ghetto. It was like what, $300 to $500, and what you were really paying for was not the registration of your business at all. It was that, but you were basically paying for extras like
Mm-hmm.
a plaque and stuff like that. I don't need all of that.
Right.
Like I'm not paying for custom gadgets at that
Mm-hmm.
point. So it makes no sense to do that when you can honestly just go through the state. But with this package, that's the whole game changer because it's literally setting your business up from point A to point Z.
Yeah. I forgot to mention this part. Let me go back to the screen. And we have the cash and credit option. So a bro wanted to come in like, you know what? I want to get package two, bro. That means that okay, it's actually not $1,500. If he it's only $1,500 if he uses credit. If he got fit,
Mm.
if he so he can get it for 1,000 cash, and so that's $1,000
Wow.
cash. You know what I'm saying? And he can and we always do down payment. He could if you want to put a half now, half upon completion, or half. You know what I'm saying? Like the service, we can break the services down into segments. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Okay, we'll start with your EIN number and a formation. Okay, so that means okay, you pay your 500. All right, boom, they go to EIN number. Here go the formation. You pay. Are you ready for the second half? Boom, pay that. Then we give you all the extra additional services. So you can still pay as you go and break down the cost of the of the package. So it's so much room for flexibility. But if you want to leverage the cash that you're spending, then you can do a credit combo for people that don't already have a line of credit with Trade Capital. We can work it out where you're paying for your credit membership simultaneously with the business package, so that you can use your credit with the transaction. So that means that if he had a Trade Capital line of credit, he can put down 25% of the 1,500. So he put down 25% of the 1,500, and he paid the rest back in 30 days because he want to use his credit.
That's dope.
And guess what? And we're gonna report that on his credit. He got credit for it.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying?
that's
So
dope.
so is LegalZoom doing that too? They giving you credit for your purchases? Huh? No, they're not. That's why we say we're the best.
Okay, I heard you. I don't have LegalZoom, so you ain't gotta bring that aggression to me.
You know LegalZoom, your people.
No, it's not. I did it through the state.
I mentioned LegalZoom because everybody always come. You
Yeah,
got the people
that's
that think they just got their shit done by LegalZoom. They be thinking like, yeah, I got it from LegalZoom, so it's legit. Fuck that mean.
honestly the first time I ever heard when I asked someone, and I should have known better because I asked a hood nigga that don't know no better. But I asked them, where can I go to register my LLC? Like, how do I go about it? First thing they said was LegalZoom. Like, yeah, that's the number one place. Everybody goes there. It's easy. I was like, well, how much is it? It was like, it cost you about like 300 to 500, depending on your package, but that's cheap compared to how much it really costs. And I believed them until I looked into it, and I looked into all the resources that LegalZoom provided, which was nothing. Like, it was like reading terms and conditions, just a bunch of words.
Yeah. Now,
Nothing.
if you want to go there, and get some information about entities and stuff like that, which Trade Capital offers too, that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, definitely, because that's the most I got from them was the information as far as like the difference between a S corp and a C corp and sole proprietorship and nonprofit and all of those things. I got majority of my information from them, but at the same token, it was like what they're charging for is nowhere near Trade Capital and what that package is. I wish I would have
I don't
seen
even,
that first.
you know what? I don't even knock. I still don't knock them. But this is the thing. By the time somebody come to Trade Capital, they got to know, they have to understand the value of it. If they don't, they don't. But this is the thing. If they don't today, they will tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not just putting together these packages because they sound good. These are the things that people be missing, be needing, but they skip over because they don't think it's a necessity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Until that moment comes.
we don't even let nobody come. We don't even start your business package until, well, at least we're gonna inform you. Like look, you can do what you want to do, but it's our job to advise, well, not advise you, but to give you our personal recommendation based on our experience in the industry, is that that you should not register your business. You should not register a business with your personal address. Here's a list of virtual office companies that you can get a nice office business address for as little as $50 a month. Here goes another company that we recommend. These are all companies that we use personally. You know what I'm saying? We only can make recommendations based on what we know and what we do. You know what I'm saying? This is where you get your toll-free number. You know what I'm saying? Don't come in using your cell phone or Google Voice. That's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what? Well, I didn't say you. Oh, my bad.
No, I'm not talking about me. I'm just saying, like, go ahead and preach then.
I'm just saying, why would we help set you up for failure? That doesn't make sense.
Absolutely.
Because it's another level to it. Because by the time it's time to go to the next level, there's gonna be some issues, or when it's time to get funding and stuff like that. And since a person rushed through it and they got the EIN number from over here, they got this from over here, they got all this, I got this, I got that, but the address on the EIN number was they house address, or they post office address, and now they finally probably got a business address, so now it's a different address on the articles of incorporation. So, and then they register for Duns and Brad, they use another address or another phone number. It's inconsistency in information is what produced the biggest ratio of denials.
Gotcha.
So it's best to not move until you get all your shit in order and ready to go. And you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Address, telephone number. From there, and consistency with the name. From there, the first process of underwriting, no matter what company it is Google. Meaning, the first thing they're gonna do is see if you got your 411 listing. They're gonna Google and see if you have a website. Then they're gonna double check the Google Maps to see if the business name and address is listed on Google. They may call the toll free number. They're gonna check for things. See, is there somebody on the voicemail like, yeah, you know who it is, leave a message, or is it gonna be, hello, thank you for calling? So it's and they looking for specific things. You need to specify the business name It needs to specify the location of the business and hours of operation. These are things that underwriters are specifically looking for, and these are the things that we let our people know. Look, knowledge is power. You could do whatever, but if you're doing things the wrong way, you're still gonna be end up at point A, or having to repeat some shit, or go back and fix some shit.
Because you got to keep
I
fixing it
cannot
over and over
stand.
again.
Look, I cannot stand repeating shit and going back fixing shit. That shit is irritating to me. You know what I'm saying? It just
Mm-hmm.
and people need to understand. Like, look, you gotta pay for the things you need, because you gotta ask yourself, like, look at it different. Like, actually, can you afford not to get this? That's what you ask yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's like because if I looked at everything I got to pay on a monthly basis, of course I would. You don't want to spend no money, right? But we want all the gains though. But some things your business cannot afford not to have. You know what I'm saying? Your
Scared
business
money
can't
don't
afford
make no
not
money.
to have certain essentials. You know what I'm saying? It's like, literally, you got to make a decision. You might have to pay $2,000 a month for a particular thing, but it's gonna take you from only making about 2,000 a month to making 7,500 to 10,000 a month. And then you want to scale from 10,000 to 100,000, you probably gonna have. It's like, dude, like, no. It's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
If people only seeing my invoices, like, no, it's pay to play in the business world. But now the point of it is to get credit for what you spent, as much credit as possible. So the spending doesn't go in vain.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, nobody went to school and graduated and forgot to get their goddamn diploma. I guarantee you that. I guarantee. I
That's a
guarantee.
fact.
That's what you went for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, it's the piece of paper. Make sure you
Yeah.
get credit for everything you do.
Absolutely. Master Tube asked the question. He said, "Would you recommend he gets his tribal ID first before he sets up the business, or it doesn't matter?"
Now that's a personal decision or whatever. Well, your tribal ID is not gonna make you no money. But it all depends on what you got going on personally. You might need that for something else. Who knows? But I would get the ball rolling as soon as possible on your business, so that stuff gets done, so you can start building that equity. And remember, equity accumulates and builds over time. So I would do it as soon as possible. See, look, y'all got to understand something about me. If I know you need certain things and stuff like that, it's not a lot of stuff. I need you to get the ball rolling. So it's like, oh, you say you need a tribal ID. Which one should I get first? Whatever. So if you say you want package two, come in and get package two, and I throw in the ID. You know what I'm saying? Like, so communication is important. Let me like hit us up, let us know your plans, what you're trying to do, and don't always take the face value uh prices and stuff like that. Understand, we're a business, so things have to have a price on it. You know what I'm saying? It has to have a low standard, at least, if not a mid standard. You know what I'm saying? We can't because we don't want to give off certain price ranges that kind of devalue the service. You know what I'm saying? So, but understand, when you get that those one-on-one consultations, we're customizing and compromising with each individual person, so they get what they need, at a price that's worth and affordable to the person, and the price that makes sense for us. But like I say, the doors of the church that's open. All that other stuff, this is so important right now. All that by a person taking, making a move and getting this shit done. If they mention they need other things on other areas, of things that we do as far as our affiliate companies or organizations, I'm giving that shit away. You know what I'm saying? Just let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about none of that shit. Come with what you got, and we're gonna make it move. We're gonna make it move. That's it.
I like that. And that just goes to show that he ain't all about the money.
Well, I'm
See that
about the
question?
people. You know, service, good service you provide good service to the people, loyalty and support. The money comes. I don't got to worry about the money if I worry about the people.
All right now. Talk about it.
See, but my time and energy does need to be accounted for. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody worry about your time? No, I'm
My
just kidding.
time.
KP asked a question or said something.
Leveraging cash to build credit. KP say talk about leveraging cash to build credit to build generational wealth. You're talking about some weeks back. There's many ways to leverage the cash. First of all, cash is not meant to sit in one place. Cash is meant to be is to be moved around. It has to circulate. You know, not circulating your money is not it's like having a blockage in a frequency. That's like you know you're not able to if I plug my laptop in the outlet and I'm not getting no juice, that means it's blocking something from the source. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it has to because that electricity is not circulating from the source to my through the outlet to my laptop. So you have to circulate the monies in order for it to grow. Or what happened is it's gonna deplete. You know what I'm saying? And the dollar it loses value every goddamn day. You know, so I learned this from one of my financial mentors that he was like he say he say money is like manure. You sit it in one spot, it's just a big pile of shit. But if you move it around, it grows like crops. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta move it around. Like I don't feel right if I got too much money sitting around, like just cash just sitting there, unless it's in an equitable uh pool, you know. But now we can take some cash uh, let's give an exact example now. I hate giving generic ass fucking responses that nobody could do something with. So now let's talk about a realistic example on how to leverage cash. So we'll use an example for on the personal side. So the personal side, you got $2,000 cash, right? Let's take that $2,000 and let's go to your local bank and you ask the banker like, hey, um, I'm looking for a few different things, and usually they're only going to probably have one of which that you ask for. So they're either going to have you're either going to look for a bank that has secured CDs, secured savings accounts, or well, those are the two main ones. And you're gonna tell them that you want to start those off with $2,000, but you want to do a per day.
I can't hear you.
My bad, Jimmy. All right, so yeah. All right, so what I was saying was take that $2,000. You go to your nearest bank. You're gonna look for a secure CD or a secure savings account. Right. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna whichever one they got, that's what you're gonna do. So they're gonna be like, okay, how much you want to start? We have one for $2,000. Okay, cool. Here go to $2,000. Now the bank is already gonna give you a plan, a repayment plan on that on a per month basis. So you're gonna pick a term. So the term is probably gonna be between 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, 48 months, depending on the amount. Of course, the longer the term, the least amount you're gonna pay per month or whatever. Now in this case, it really doesn't matter if you want to take a long term out. That's fine. If you want to keep the balance low, that's cool. It's all good. You know. So you're using your money to basically create the credit. So all they're doing is saying like, okay, if you lend us this money, we're gonna report you. We're gonna report to the credit bureaus every month that you're paying $50 a month for 48 on a 48-month term on this $2,000 that you put up that you gave us, right? So this is similar to how secured credit cards work. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about secured credit cards, especially for people that got bad credit, which is what secured credit cards are for, they usually start off with about $350, $500, and you move up to 1,000 and stuff like that with high ass fucking interest rates. You know what I'm saying? So if you I don't recommend those. I recommend only so we want to deal with secure CDs, secure savings. One reason is it's lower interest rates. You control the terms, and you can create it for however much you want that credit amount to be. So if you want to create you want to create a $5,000 trade line for your personal account, bring in $5,000. It's yours. You know what I'm saying? So you creating your own credit by using your cash. But the secret is to be able to keep you walk out the bank with your cash, because what the bank want to do is hold that money on deposit. So they want to hold. So if you do a 48-month deal, they want to hold that $5,000 for 48 months. Then after the 48 months, then they'll give it back to you. You don't want that. You need your money now, because you might want to turn up times 10. You know what I'm saying? By taking that same money and going to another bank and doing the same thing. And then you might want to take that money out and to go to another bank and do the same thing. So if you do this to 3 to 5 banks, now you can elevate that credit score to A1 status, because now the credit profile has 5 different accounts now at $2,000, $2,000, 2,000, or $5,000, 5,000. It's the same $5,000. You know what I'm saying? So you got the money in your pocket still. You know what I'm saying? So now you have 5 different credit accounts or 3 different credit accounts that you pay on a monthly basis, strictly to build credit. You're using the same cash to build credit. So they probably charge you 2%, 3% interest or whatever like that. Who cares? Because you're pretty much paying them to do the reporting. You know what I'm saying? Look at it like that. I'm gonna pay you to report this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay myself. So you using your cash to pay yourself, but the bank is the middleman. The bank is like the escrow, and that's one way. Then you get your credit up. You get your personal credit up. Now you use that. You go back and now you get you establish some accounts that you can have authorized users on. So now you got 5 different accounts that you can add 5 different authorized users on. You charge everybody, X amount of hundreds of dollars a month. I mean not a month. 2, 3, $400, depending on how big the account is. Say if the account is $5,000 account, a bank account, shit, you probably can do anywhere between 350, probably about $350, 375, depending on the age of the account. The greater the age, the more valuable it is. So depending on that, you can charge anywhere between $350 to $500 to have somebody placed on that account as an authorized user. And then in 60 days, you're going to remove them and add somebody else for another $350 or $500, and keep doing the same thing and having on rotation. So now you turn your personal credit into a residual income generator. And those are the keys of the game. So the personal credit is only supposed to use for the lack of better words, your personal credit and your personal credit accounts are only supposed to be used like a dirty whore. I'm sorry. You supposed to set that motherfucker out. I'm sorry. I couldn't think of nothing else. You gotta set it out. It's not for you. It's not for you. You're supposed to use 30% or less on each account, and you set that motherfucker out. You set it out like a dirty whore, because she can't do you no good if you're using her past that. She's not worth your. I'm done.
How you know?
I know. I tried.
I'm gonna mind my business on that. We're gonna talk about that next show.
Oh man. Pause.
Nah, play.
Pause.
Play.
How would you be able to keep the 5K instead of you keep the money from the bank by that's why these are banking terms. So I'm telling you, it's called a per day withdrawal. Per day withdrawal. This is dealing with a term that's used with secured accounts. So a CD, certificate of deposit, is a secure account, because you're securing that with your funds. Same thing with a secured savings. Now I know people think about CDs and stuff like that as a savings or whatever like that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a great way to save. And I know people think, oh, what the interest that it acquire that the banks don't pay enough interest on CDs or secure save for those to be the best tools to use in that fashion. The best way to use CDs and secure savings accounts is by leveraging it to build credit. Other than that, they can keep that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you want a savings account, that accumulates interest that matters, that you're going to be able to see. You know what I'm saying? You want some interest that's going to really build and be like, oh shit, that you can use one day. Be like, you know what? Let me go grab some shit off my interest bearing account to go put the down payment on my on this next car, on this next house. The only vehicle that I see that's guaranteed to provide that is a whole life insurance policy. We'll get into that later. But any other questions? Because I think I'm running out of mouth minutes. My mouth getting dry,
That
and
ain't
I had to get ready to watch this UFC fight. Oh yeah. Any other questions, Miss Fabulosis?
no,
Cause you over there
none.
whispering, in the dark and shit.
It's not my fault you decide to wait till it's so late.
Okay.
Oh, you got one more.
Just all right. For the record, I do not give any advice. This is just personal recommendations and my opinions based on my personal experience. For the record, so KP says, anybody in my shoes have doubt. I have no debt, no credit, personal nor business at the moment. I get must be taken out of God. No, they say don't judge me. I would do. I don't know, man.
My first thought is either hit the strip club, but
I'll say,
that'll be the first unlogical
uh,
answer. Oh,
I'll, I'll
yeah.
say, keep stacking, keep stacking.
Yeah, at this point, you're just
Your
gonna
your your
have to
your,
find
your, your
side
first
hustles.
thing is needs to be receivables. How do you up your receivables? Because it's all about income first. You gotta have those receivables. You know what I'm saying? The money you invest, you gotta try to position yourself to put don't invest into the money that you actually need per se. You always invest into, because any investment can go wrong or not as planned or not pan out exactly when you know what I'm saying. So you always want to leave that leg room, because you don't want the pressure, and you don't want to give off the energy that, as if like you make an investment, but you on the edge and walking on eggshells and shit. Like, man, I hope this guy can. You don't want to be. You want to be, when you make an investment, you making it. You want to make a logical, sound investment, and you just need to know that it's gonna pan out when it needs to. You just sit that aside. You keep moving. So we gotta be careful to separate that. But the first thing is income.
KP, let me ask you a question. Is that 150 a month your leftover profit, or like after you pay bills, or is that exactly what you get? Because it's kind of hard to invest with such a low amount coming in, and then you still have, lifely duties. You still have to pay your bills. You still have to do all of those things. So how do you manage that type of investment while still taking care of everything that you need to do?
Uh-huh. Good question. Now, I'm the king of making something out of nothing,
All right now.
but but yeah, it's prioritizing your strategies based on the reality of where you at, where you are, is very important.
Not every investment is a instant return. You don't want to
Hmm.
get caught up in something
No.
that now you in the hole, and then whatever your investment may have been, if it's not a guaranteed investment, if that puts you in a hole, God forbid, now you, ooh,
Yeah, you want to make and even though no investment is guaranteed, you want to kind of get to the point where you can strategize, where you're so competent and and it's just business in general, where it's like even without even in a world with no guarantees, it's guarantees. You know what I'm saying? That's the situation where even if you lose, you win. You know what I'm saying? That's how you kind of cut, and it's very little investments like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I only speak on the things that I speak on, because these are the ones that is like the most guaranteed. Even though the word guaranteed is not it does not exist in the world of investing.
Listen, KP, from my experience, I can tell you investment wise, start trading. Um, look into it. There is a website called babypips.com. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Look it up. Do your
Earth.
research into the trading market, into the foreign exchange market, because there are brokers, and by brokers I mean websites that allow you to trade within the market, trading currencies, uh, cryptos, things like that. And there are some that will allow you to start trading with as little as $10. That $10, if you're in the right trade and you actually know how to read the charts properly and what to do, how to maneuver the market, can flip that little $10 to something that's crazy. You'd be surprised. Um, Me personally, since I started trading, at first I didn't believe in it, but when I sat there and I watched 10 cents flip to like $30, I couldn't go back from there. So I think that if you really want to look into investments, with the income that you have right now, I think that's something worth doing. The research is free. Um, I don't have like a website or anything like that, but if you find me, contact me. I can help you out in learning how to trade and learning how to read the markets and all of those things. But I think that would be a good resource for you. $10, you can definitely start doing small entries, 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, and slowly flipping that amount. So 10 cents could go to $20, $30, and you just do the math. You know what I'm saying? Once you invest that money, it doesn't come out. What you gain is what you gain. Of course, you can lose, but that's why the first thing I said was do your research.
Mm-hmm.
No, definitely you want to invest that much money. I'm just saying, as far as the brokers go, it starts at 10 and some start at about $50. Me personally, if you want to really make some money, yes, you want to start off at least 500, because just as quick as you put that money in, you can lose it. The least amount that you put in, the quicker you can lose. But I'm talking about KP's actual income right now, like
Yeah,
what he's getting and working off of him. So
yeah,
if you don't
that
have
proves.
500 to 1,000, you want to go with a broker that doesn't have a $50 minimum. Of course, you want to
Yeah.
get in there and make something, because then if all you have is 150 and you got $100 for groceries and all you have is that $50 left, you want to put 10 in, flip that to at least, you know, $20, $30. Now you add that up. Now you have 50. You get what I'm saying? Or 50 or $60 or $70 to play with. Now you could put that money back in there and play with that. Some way, somehow, you need to find a way to make what you have flip, regardless of whatever it is, and
Mm-hmm.
preferably legal.
Right, preferably. So no more doing that stuff you've been over there doing over there. Look, she got off. Nah, I agree with the true facts. Yeah, definitely. In general, yeah, you want to go big or go home, when it comes to investing, I guess. But that definitely is an eye opener for people that to realize that even with the smallest amounts of money, you can start somewhere. Why
Yes,
you jump
sorry.
off the live when we said illegal conduct? What you
Chill,
running
chill,
from?
chill, chill. People
What
don't know
what,
I'm the plug.
what
Stop.
you running from?
No, I keep
Pause.
hitting the back button. But
Pause.
what you say?
Pause. All right.
Pause.
So that was some nice keys of the game. Okay. Okay. I see.
Just saying, you make something out of nothing, and so do I. Shit, I had to find a way to flip nothing into something. So once I got into that, that was the way. Definitely learn from many losses, many experiences. Um, what Day True Facts was saying, like, yes, you definitely don't want to start with $10. That you're gonna lose that quick. But if that's all you have, then you got to make it work. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn proper risk management. You have to learn when to buy or when to sell. You have to learn how to leverage what you have in the market to make something out of nothing. So if you go in with $10 and you are using a dollar investment, you losing that in 5 seconds, honey. Especially if you don't know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Which is again why I recommended going and doing your research first, actually learning the market before you even think about putting your money in anything. Download the app MetaTrader 4, and they have demo accounts there, so you can literally set up a demo account with fake money and practice on that app. Practice trading on that app, and you make it realistic. Utilize, let's say you only had $10. Put your limit at $10 and practice that. Because once, I promise you, if you learn how to flip a very small amount, very small amount into something profitable, like a serious profit, you're going to kill the game. You're going to kill the game. I can guarantee you. For instance, if you put $1,000 into your trade right now, if you were to invest $1,000 into a trade right now, you have a serious amount of leverage. So if you were to go into a trade with $1 investment with $1,000 as your capital, you know how long you can hold that trade for? You can hold it for a very long time. And which means that the longer that you hold it, depending on the type of trader that you are, if you are a day trader, that dollar can go from 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000. It just depends on the actual trade itself, the currency, how much you invested, which direction the market is going, where it depends on all of those things. But I've literally seen someone flip $1 investment to $2,000 on one trade because of their capital. So all of these things definitely matter. But I'm telling you that this is with higher capitals. If you can make it work off of $10, once you start hitting those big investments, it's over. You're literally not gonna have to go do whatever you're doing with the garbage or whatever it is. You could sit at home and do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to get out of bed. I literally took a nap and woke up to 1,300 off of a trade. Like, so it's like me, and I'm a medical assistant. I'm licensed. So that was an eye opener for me, because me getting up every morning, taking care of sick people in this pandemic, and I was literally away from my son for 2.5 months because of this whole pandemic, me working overtime, working 12-hour shifts every single day amongst positive patients. I can't be around my child. So I had to literally make a sacrifice and find a way to be here for him, be safe, keep him healthy, and still make my money. So I'm telling you off of experience, off of many losses in this, many lessons, many learning experiences, that it's definitely a way, some way, somehow. You just got to find it. Thank you, Master, to appreciate that. But yeah, wish you the best of luck.
Dropping that game.
You feel me?
Dropping that game.
If you guys need help with trading, or what resources to use or anything like that, my Instagram is _JODYBANKS Jody Banks. I'll give you a little bit of game. Not gonna give you
Disregard
the
her
whole
exotic
plug
pics.
for free. Yeah, please disregard that. I'm smarter than I look. But yeah, I'll definitely help out wherever I can, especially for those who are in need.
Her profile outfit, I'm definitely gonna be making that over to, doing some revisions, be more appealing to the business consumers.
Yes.
Yeah. Any other questions, y'all? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Oh, somebody said put it in the chat.
Yeah, I do Forex. I don't even know how to do this. Oh, there we go. I'm also gonna put the website that you can start learning about the market and how to trade and everything like that. It has like little quizzes on there, what the market consists of, the different types of currencies traded, and all types of things in there. It's just a starter. There's so many different products in the market. There's so many different softwares. There's so many different resources, strategies, all types of things that will assist you in how you will learn how to trade. But I personally recommend that website and YouTube videos. Of course, there's everything on YouTube. There's so many people on YouTube that's teaching you different strategies, different things like that. But if you want direct access to the things that help me personally, just hit me up. I'll definitely give you that information. No problem.
All right, y'all heard the lady.
All right, if that's on.
All right, stay tuned. I guess we'll be back in 2 months. With,
Wow,
with,
leave
another,
it
with,
to him. Yeah, we will
with,
be.
with another episode of Beauty in the Brains.
Thank you guys for tuning in. See you next time.
Peace.